Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday. How are you doing today? Sorry. How are you doing today? Happy Monday. I hope everything is going well for you. I'm here today with you again for another tax season video or live. Feel free, you guys, if you're listening to me right now, if you have any question, I would love to answer your question and chit chat with you. So feel free to put a comment and I'll be happy to talk to you, whether you are on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So feel free to actually ask me any question on the topic and I will try to answer if that can be answered publicly. Okay? All right. So let's talk about SCorp. This is a very important topic to talk about because there's a lot of misconceptions about SCorp. A lot of people right now, because there are a lot of talks about SCorps on the social media, TikTok, from different people, not necessarily qualified to talk about it, but a lot of talk saying you can save more taxes when you do SCorp. I want to tell you first, sometimes, not always, it always depends. The only right answer for you in the tax world is it depends. There is no definite answer that works for every single person. So S-Corp might save you some money, but it might not save me some money. So different circumstances might have different results. So first, let's talk. What is an S-Corp? A lot of people go register right away an S-Corp. They don't really do that, but what happened is they use some of these services where you can select what you want to register for, and you ask to register one of the questions later, like that you would say S-Corp. Now, they never register for you as an S-Corp. They will start with an LLC usually, most of the time, LLC, and then they do the election for you to be an S-Corp. And that is not the right thing to do things. Not the right way to do things, because simply there are a lot of requirements for S-Corp. You might not be able to fulfill it when you start into the business. First, as an S-Corp, you cannot take a withdrawal. You cannot have an owner withdrawal. Why? Different entity. So that means you want to have a different setup. You have to be employee on your S-Corp in order to pay yourself. Now, as long as you have a salary, that has to be reasonable compensation. And look at the word reasonable is very important. Compensation. So if you hire someone in your position, that's how much you have to pay. So you have to have that compensation. Then after that, you can give yourself dividends. But if you do not put yourself on a salary, you will never be able to get a distribution or dividends, because IRS give you a break from self-employment taxes because you are supposed to pay payroll taxes. And how can you pay payroll taxes if you are not on a payroll? Remember, IRS don't give you just anything for free. They never do that. So you have to weigh the benefits and the consequences for being on S-Corp election. So that's why I would never advise anyone to start as an S-Corp. So here's the thing. S-Corporation really is an election. It's never a registration. So what happens is you elect to be taxed as an S-Corp. You tell the IRS that, hey, IRS, please tax me as an S-Corporation. And that can happen anytime after you actually register and have an operation, when you know that's now it's going to be beneficial for you, it's going to save you taxes, it's a good tax strategies for you to have, then you can do this election. Of course, there's a deadline for that election, which is March 15 of every year. You still can file late filing. So, but there should be a reason. We can help you to do that. So you feel free to book a call with me, and I'll be happy to do that for you. But I usually do tax planning before that, unless like it's really obvious this is the right um, election for you, because that really depends on your entire situation. Your entire situation, meaning your personal situation as well. Because technically, when you file your taxes for SCorp, you don't pay taxes and you do not get a return, a refund. What happens is just you file an informational return and you get K1, you and any other partner. And you take that K1 and file it with your individual return. So based on that entire situation, you will know if you have to pay taxes, you owe taxes, or they have to give you a return. So we have to look into the entire situation. You have to know that you are able to pay the payroll taxes on time and run those payrolls. There's an extra cost for all of that, but that might make sense for your business. It depends on where you are and what's your situation, right? So that's what I always recommend, to have actually tax planning before you make that election, because you don't want to be actually putting yourself in a situation that you cannot take money from your business, yet you need to take money from your business. So you want to be careful when do you do that election. Now, there are some conditions for that. So if you have a partner or a shareholder on the SCorp that is not a resident, a US resident, that is a foreign person, that means you cannot elect to be taxed as an SCorp. Another thing is you cannot have more than 100 shareholders. So those are two limitations for you, like you cannot elect to be an SCorp. All right. So you cannot take, for example, home office deduction if you are an SCorp, but you can actually have that deducted in another way if you're working from home. So there's a lot of rules, a lot of things that is different from you having an LLC or sole proprietor. If you have an SCorp, it's a lot of things that changes there. A lot of tax strategies that could work for LLC is not going to work for you, and vice versa. So you want to really make sure if this election that works for you or not. Now, if you have an SCorp or you are planning to have an SCorp, your tax deadline is March 15 of this year. So to file for 2023, your deadline is March 15, usually every year, because they want you to have that information before the tax deadline for LLCs comes on April 15. So make sure you file ahead, so you really don't have much time. You have to be doing your bookkeeping already. So make sure you do your bookkeeping cleanup if you haven't already done your bookkeeping. Make sure you connect with your tax professional, or if you are looking for a tax professional, here I am. You can go ahead and book a call at nourasbooks.com/contact. I would love to talk to you and see if actually we are a good fit. So we can help you with your tax preparation. We can help you with your business and individual taxes. If you need bookkeeping, if you haven't done bookkeeping, we can help you take care of that as well. So make sure to book a call as soon as possible, because first come, first serve. So if you want to finish early, we want you to make sure to book early so we can get to your file before we have the long line because IRS is going to open the filing on January 29, which is next Monday. So get ready. We don't have so much time. So make sure you book a call now, and I'll be happy to talk to you and um, get your financial straight, right? So yeah, so if you have any question, please let me know. I don't want to keep you here forever. I just want to give you the today's tip. Make sure you actually book a call if you haven't yet. And don't forget to get my book. Of course, I'm not going to leave this live without talking about my book. You can get my book from Amazon. The name is How to Start, Manage, and Prosper with a Nonprofit. It's available on Amazon. So go ahead and purchase the book. It's a new book. It was first seller in the first night. So yeah, go ahead and get it. It's a quick read and it's good for you if you are already in nonprofit, planning to be a nonprofit, or just want to know more about nonprofit, or maybe you want to know about me more. So you can go ahead and purchase the book. All right. I will see you later, but make sure you book a call. And also, if you don't know yet, I do have a Telegram group where a Telegram channel where I give free tips for taxes during this tax season. It's called Tax Tips with Noura. So you can search that Telegram channel and get there. So I give tax tip, very easy tax tip, and actually maybe a couple of minutes or a minute. It depends on the tip. So how can I explain it? And then not every day, but I give you like 2-3 times a week. It depends on what I have for you. So make sure to get there. You will have an opportunity to comment and ask questions as well. So, all right, I'll see you later. Have a great night. Bye.